Everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd. Thanks so much for watching this video, joining in on this live stream. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button. If you want to know what time we go live at 3:30 p.m. every day Central, 30 minutes after close. If you're not yet a member of our free options trading group, the link is below. If you're joining us right now, say what's up. Joe, what's going on? Nice. We do have... Just testing it out. We do have a HD option right now. So I was playing with the settings here. So there is a HD option on the stream right now, guys. Logic, what's going on? Jeff. So yeah, we got 720p. Trying to get 1080 for you guys, so you can it's not as blurry. I actually didn't realize it was streaming in such low quality. So I definitely apologize, guys. But it looks like we do have a HD option now. Logic, what's going on? Nice ad. I don't know what they show you guys. Manny, what's up? Kung Fu Panda, what's going on? Crypto Slice. It's the UVH family chat. If you don't know what the UVH family chat is, just basically me wanting to connect with everybody that's in our group. That I try to connect with the people that watch, that are in our options trading group. Leonard, what's going on? Logic says it's never blurry for him, but we do have looks like we do have a HD option now. People are joining the stream. If you guys want to get notified when these streams go live, push that little bell button. It'll notify you. Greg, what's going on? You're at work, streaming from work. Dedication. Nicholas, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah. So, anyways, the UVH family chat. I just want to connect with you. More of a laid-back thing. We talk about like how the week went. I know a lot of people probably were having a rough time this week. Samuel Vargas, what's going on? Due to the market, this week the S&Ps dropped almost 100 points at one time. Amazon this week also dropped more than 100 points. Almost 200 points, 150. Crypto, more blood on the street today. Keith, what's going on? If you're joining us now, say what up. I'm trying to meet everybody here. But yeah, it was an interesting week, and surprisingly, like most of my days except for today were green. I ended up having a green day. I mean, a green week. Today wasn't green, and I'll kind of go over that. Mostly, I was down 128 today, mostly due to Alibaba trade. So I put on an Alibaba trade yesterday. I bought the 160 calls because they were cheap. Oops, that's not Alibaba. Sometimes I get confused when it's Facebook and Alibaba because their price is like pretty similar. But if you look at, I bought the 160 calls yesterday, and we gapped down. We just got destroyed today. So I actually put another position on, which I probably shouldn't have done. But I was seeing it turn around. So right in here, I bought the 155 call and the 152.50 put, and of course, the market makers just bled you dry between the strikes there. So if you're looking at it, they do this all the time. So I should have known better. Definitely should have known better. But like the 152, it has the 152.50s and the 155s. And they ended it right between those strikes. So those calls and puts, spiral worthless. So it was a small loss, but those two trades up ended up being a $90 loser on my account today. And it's kind of like I was telling you guys, like the small wins add up, but also like the small losses add up. So luckily, I've made way more than $90 this week on Alibaba. I think I made like $350 on Alibaba this week. So giving back $90 isn't a big deal, but also it's not something you want to repeatedly do. Keith, what's up? Logic made some quick money on puts today. Hamed, Ice Cooler. Joe says my phone has been ringing off the hook with potential new weight loss customers after my second week of Tesla. So, yeah, Joe, I was going to say I didn't think it was going to happen, but Elon Musk did not disappoint the short sellers this week. I didn't actually think – I thought maybe it would hang out here like above 300 for a while, kind of bounce around like 320, 300, just kind of bounce in that area. But it went all the way down to, 262. It actually hit 260 today. I did buy today. I did buy the. I'm actually up $5 on them. Today I bought the 320 call for October 19th. So is that 2 weeks out? Yeah, 2 weeks out. So yeah, I bought the oops. They were so far down here. So yeah, I bought these. I bought them for 98 cents. They're trading for like $1, $1.05. So, you know, we'll see. You know, what I liked about Tesla is, you know, like I was saying in the group, you know, down in this area it's been bouncing. So the last like 3 to 4 times that it's been down in this area, I haven't put a position on just because like it got too scary. But this time I did put a position on. It'll probably be the only time that it doesn't. It probably doesn't be the only time it doesn't work out. So ice cooler bought calls yesterday and screwed myself. Yeah. So, you know, a lot of people were concerned today this week because if you're new to trading, let's say you haven't been trading that long, like volatility like this, and especially like on a Friday, like Fridays, I've been telling you guys, Friday's been dead. Like I was actually glad to see some volatility in the market today. I actually did buy some Alibaba shares today on my long-term holding accounts because it reached a new yearly low. So I put another position on there. If it works out, I only bought like $500 worth. So if it works out, great. If not, you know, I will. If it works out, I'll add some more. If not, we'll see how far it goes. Maybe I'll average down. We'll see. Not sure where that stock is going with the trade war right now, but you know there's some volatility right now, and especially on Friday. So it was actually pretty nice to see some volatility on Friday for a change. Normally we're pretty flat, but like I was saying, like we just had 3 down days, or it was like two really good down days, but. You know, that's just the thing. Like you have to understand, like you have to withstand some pain. Either hedge your positions or don't trade so big. Keith made a small profit on SPY calls. How did you today? Did you flip them today on that bounce? It was a pretty crazy bounce. Like I really wasn't expecting the market to come back that much. And like Amazon, I mean, it went down to 1862, then came back above 1900, and just it came down a little bit, but that was a crazy rip up here. I actually did put a position on when probably too early. For 2 weeks out, I did a vertical put spread. I sold the 1910 put and bought the 1907.50 put. That position, I think I'm down $9 on that position. I sold it for $1.21 credit. Some of my other accounts got a little bit higher, but on this account I got $1.21 credit on that. And the thing about Tesla was there's not like the options. Amazon. The options aren't as liquid, so you have to kind of know what the price you want it. So I wanted it at least $1.20. I wasn't going to trade it under that. And as you can see, actually a lot more volume on these now. When I was putting these on this morning, like 30 minutes after open, I mean some of these were only traded like 70 times, 50 times, 40 times. You know, there's some. The 1900's got some volume here, 1400. Kung Fu. Oh, Keith got out of market open, so good because yeah, that would have been a disaster. Kung Fu Panda. I couldn't get out of my SPY calls it opens. Couldn't edit the price on Robinhood fast enough. Now I'm still holding them. Yeah, I did tell you guys that I did put a video out a little while ago. Video output. Oh, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain. As such. Okay, so I might have to adjust the stream. How's the stream looking for you guys? I'm looking at they said YouTube is saying it's running a little slow. So let me know in the comments how this stream's coming out. I'm testing some new settings. There's not a really good way to test these settings, unfortunately, without going live. So yeah, I don't know. Okay, you guys are saying it's good. Joe says next week should cross the board SPY, QQQ, DIL. My choice will be IWM long. Yeah, definitely. Logic saying it's choppy. Everyone's saying it's good except for Logic. Huh. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm going to play with the settings a little bit more. So if it's choppy, I definitely apologize for that. Yeah, I thought that. Anyways, Greg says on his phone it looks great. Okay, so some people saying good, some people saying bad. I don't know. Oliver, what's going on? You did a VXX out of the money bear call spread. Jeff added some BABA on his long-term portfolio today. Today was actually, I mean, it didn't make a lot, like, I'm sure a lot of people made some money going short, but it's a good day to put positions on, especially if you're doing like long-term stock trading. Jig is on dial. Maybe he's on his phone. No, he's on his phone. Okay, everyone's saying it's good except for Logic. So I'm actually also watching a stream on my other. I have another computer here just to test it out, and it looks like it's rendering okay. Yeah, looks like it's okay. All right. Well, if you're having issues, definitely apologize. I'm trying to I'm trying to make it a little bit higher quality here. Anyways, so getting back to it, guys. QQQ trade was posted today, not yesterday, as it broke 180. Yeah, QQQ, the Qs. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's coming back down here. 180 level. Might be a little bounce here. The thing, like, I've been noticing, like, for, like, the indices and stuff, like, at the top here, it's getting kind of tight going back and forth. I mean, are we going to break out here, or are we going to break down? Like, if you look at SPY, you know, the range, like, 287 to 293, back down to 287. Like, the ranges here are getting tight up here for the last few weeks. And it's nice that it bounces up and down, so it's kind of easy to track. But eventually, you know, the way that I see it, it's going to break out eventually. You know, it's nice that it's range bound because it makes it like a lot easier to buy and sell options on. But like when you're range bound like this, eventually it breaks, a little break out or break down. Keith got an iron condor on Nike. Put side was in the money till the last 5 minutes and then broke above 180. Nike, I think. Oh, it's trading at 80, not 180. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, you must have had a decent spread on this because I mean, this dropped $5 in just a couple days. That's a lot for Nike. However, it ended up today pretty flat. But as you can see here, premiums were up a little bit today. So GE was good. Dorian, what's going on? Nice to meet you. GE was good to you this week. If anyone has, let me know how your guys' week went. Leave it in the comments below. If you're new, if you're just joining the stream, say what up. The family chat's just to kind of like a meet and greet session, just to hang out. Joe says you have to look at the 5-day chart for the Qs. I hope you saw my QQQ long trade. Now I do look at the 5-day, but for like long-term supports and stuff, I mainly trade off the 1 year. Now, I mean, obviously you can do what you want, but that's just my preference on how I do it. I mean, if you're looking at if you're looking 5 days back from the 1 year, it's relatively the same thing. You know. Oh, now my stream is saying that it's live and doing well. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was having some bandwidth issues, connection issues on my part. So. Logic, hopefully it's loading faster with you now because the stream is back in the green. Keith, oh yeah, 90 to 80. So yeah, you had the 90 to 80 iron condor, which seemed to be coming in a little bit. Did you take it off then? You're kind of right. You're kind of riding the line right here. I don't know when yours expires. I don't know if you got like 30 days out or what. Financial and energy held up well. Yeah, I mean, also gold was up today. Oil was down 3 cents, so nothing crazy. The Dow was actually down, was it almost over 200 points at one point today? I think it was like 250 I saw it at. Now it's like 173 close up. S&Ps, I thought that maybe they were going to really screw short sellers, like taking it down this much today in the S&Ps, and then I thought that maybe they're going to bring it up to break even to kind of screw the puts and calls on it to break even today. That would have been great if people didn't take profits in this, you know, they kind of deserved it, to be honest with you. Just as I do what the numbers say, again, not sure you even see the stuff I post, but on Wednesday I said Joe, I see everything. I read all the comments. I respond to as many comments as I can. But I do read everything. I get actually every time you guys leave a notification on our page, I actually get a notification on my phone. So I read everything that comes through. So yeah, I do read all your trades. Oh, Keith's down 20 on it, November 19th. So yeah, you got some time on that for it to bounce around. Yeah, I mean decent range there. I mean, you put it on when it was probably what 85, so you hit a $5 on each side. It came back down. You know, looks like it will bounce like in this area. You know, it's bounced in the past, so maybe it'll come through for you. You know, on down days like this, you know, it's just nice to add to your portfolio. Now, you know, people were like freaking out. I think it was yesterday when we had a pretty big down day, and then, you know, today I think some people just stopped trading because they were too scared that it was going to come out. But, you know, it's not really that bad if you look at the long term here. You know, the 1 year, I mean, it's not even that bad. I mean, what would be scary is if, you know, we came back down to here, you know, down to 2,700. Like, you know, if the S&P lost hundreds of points, that's when you need to be concerned. Like back in here. Minimize when you like back in here, as you can see, it went from 2,800s down to 2,500s. That's when you need to be. That's when you need to be concerned, and either like don't trade that, or, you know, it's difficult in this. I mean, yes, you could make a lot of money in this period, but also know that premiums are going to be jacked, and when it dies down, those get crushed. So that's why, like, during high volatility times, as you guys probably noticed, I was selling premium versus buying premium. So like when things went down, like today, sold some premium on Amazon, sold some premium on Facebook the other day when it went down. Actually, on that position, Facebook's down $45 on that position. I got the 160, 162.50 put spread on that. But looking for a little bit of a bounce play. I mean, it has gone down $12, $13 in a week. So I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot for Facebook. I mean, usually Facebook's not that crazy, but now on Facebook, I mean, we're now back down to almost the yearly low of 149. So just crazy. Still range bound, but now it is, you know, below 170. I mean, we're down. It's down for the year. See what's January? Yeah, 176. So January 1st, January 2nd, we're at 177. So actually, Facebook hasn't made money this week. I'm sorry, this year. So if you're long-term holding Facebook, it's either one of those years that if you still believe in the company, you buy more stock, or just hold on. Or, you know, if you need the cash, sell it and buy something else. Like this morning, I actually sold my Target position. I had Target stock that I was holding. I was up like 35%, but I really wasn't going anywhere on Target, and I bought Alibaba with that money. So I actually bought down in the 60s. Back down in here, it was like, I don't know, remember, it was like March or something. And then I just sold it today at 84, 85, something around there. You know, but I mean, I like Target, but I think that Alibaba was a better opportunity here, hitting the lows here for the year for purchasing stock. Logic got out $50 on Facebook. So sorry to hear, man, but keep your losses small. Can you look, Dorian? Can you look at NBEV? Want to know why is the call price so much? All right, NBEV. Well, IV's through the roof. Oop. Ice cooler. Can you guys hear me? I think everyone can hear me. Ice cooler saying they couldn't hear me. Yeah, Juan, I just updated. I'm trying to get the 1080. For some reason, I'm only getting 720, but I'm getting 60 frames per second, so I guess that's good. So, NBEV, why are the call premiums so much? So, if you're looking at these here, you know, the nice volume on these. But if you look, I mean, the expected move here is almost $4. You're at 3.9. So $3.96 it's expected. It's for an $8 stock. I mean, that's like a, that's almost a 50% move on an $8 stock. That's why the premiums are so rich, because it's had some extreme volatility. I mean, it's gone from 4 to 10, back down to 4, back up to 9. So that's why the premiums are, the IV is expanded. I mean, the IV is like at 100 or beyond 100 right now. And if you look at these are sitting at 265%, 230% for implied volatility. I mean, that's why it's so expensive, is because IV is through the roof. Now, if it does move, beyond this, $3.90, I mean, you're gonna be making money. But I mean, yeah, for $8 stock, I mean, this is just really, really rich, really rich. Good news for anyone here holding Shield. Sears may hit well below. I mean, I think Joe, we've talked about this before, but I think we're gonna get delisted here. I think Sears is on the verge of getting delisted. I mean, how long's it been on here? Since 1910, and now it's gonna get delisted. I mean, there's nothing good about this stock. The 5 years, it's gone in the last 5 years, nothing but down. 67.50 all the way down to 63 cents. Crazy. Logic said he had an NBEV when he was under $2, sold at $2.50. Well, I mean, you still made some good money. I mean, obviously not as good as $10, but I mean, that's what I mean. You're gonna always leave profits on the table. You're always gonna cut. If you're disciplined, cut your losses early, but also take profits early. People say you take profits too early, but I also believe in consistent profits versus having 100% and then going back down to not making any money or giving gains back. One of the things that I hate the most is when I'm green by 50 to 100%, and let's say I get a little bit greedy and it reverses, and then I actually give money back into the market where I turn a winning trade into a losing trade. That's one of the worst feelings for me. I hate that. So me taking profits early is a way for me not to not lose money, and also not to feel that. Keith, thinking of a call spread on Facebook for earnings. Yeah, I agree. I like it. I like Facebook down here. The thing is, last quarter, so I'm holding shares, $88 a share average on Facebook, and it had a terrible earnings last year. I mean, obviously 1 quarter is not enough for me to sell my stock, but on Facebook per se, they have to show what they're going to be doing in the future to get growth. So, now they have 3 billion active users, something like that. I mean, there's only 7 to 8 billion people on the planet, and a lot of them are in third world countries. So they have to do something about better monetizing their user base versus trying to grow users. I mean, obviously, I think that they can do a lot on Instagram. And I know that they have original content. I think they dedicated $1 billion for original content, producing shows and stuff. So that might pan out. But they're also doing a lot in the gaming industry as well for game streaming. So video game streaming, video game creators are doing a lot in that arena too. So I would like to see some of that pan out. Obviously, those kind of things don't happen in a quarter. So we might Facebook actually may go through some bad quarters here. But in terms of the 1 year chart and where it's at, I'm definitely happy with where we're at on that. Oliver bought December TLRY $50 put. Getting wild and crazy. Actually, no one's actually brought this up in a while, probably because a lot of people that made money here are starting to lose money in here, which I kind of warned you about. But yeah, I mean, it was up 134. So this is one of the things for TLRY, what I was telling you guys about was the premiums were so rich, and as you can see now that it's leveling out, I mean, sure, it's still going up $20 to $30, but that's nothing compared to it was moving $50, $60, $70 at a time. And look, IV is just dropping, so stuff's getting cheaper. If things get cheap enough, maybe I'll put a position on. But I mean, for me, it's still for a $146 stock. I mean, that's expected move is $25. I mean, you could make some money here, but it's risky. I'd say it's risky. Also, like the volume's not very good, you know, for next week. Let's see what the monthlies are. The monthlies better. Volume wasn't great on the monthlies. I mean, the call volume was better. Call volume was better. You know, the 160s traded 1,300 a day. 150s traded 589 today. So that's not terrible. But in terms of TLRY, like I think that it's a gamble. But I actually do like that it's consolidating and like showing some signs of being responsible here. you know, you gotta be careful with that. Joe says, as long as I'm getting my move in Sears from 45 to $1 before it gets delisted, and my 500% gains in timing is right, let Sears go to funk. Yeah, I mean, I don't like for stuff on the verge of being delisted and stuff like that. I don't like putting my own money on the line. That's why I don't like trading penny stocks at all, because one day you could be trading a penny stock and overnight they file for bankruptcy, and you knew that's the game. Then you lose your entire investment. If a company files for bankruptcy while you're holding stock, you lose your stock, you lose your position, you lose all your money. So that's the risk. So if you're willing to take that risk, go for it. Money move to the 10-year Treasury has been up for 2 to 3 days. Yeah. So if you haven't noticed, if you've been trading for a while, CNBC has been pumping a lot of fear into the market about the interest rates, about the 10-year, all that stuff, and all that stuff eventually dies down and they go on to the next thing. So, but I do agree with that. Like, you know, the 10-year is pretty high, but I think there's a lot of fear being pumped right now to the retail investors, and it's not really fair. If people aren't doing real research and just reading headlines, it's a lot to you know. I'm sure people, especially like if you're gonna, let's say people that are retiring this year. If you're retiring this year, I mean, I would actually probably take my money out of the market right now, because like if you had a good run like in 2017 and you're retiring this year, take your money. You know, who knows what's going to happen. When we have insane runs, I mean, the stock, like S&P was up 30% last year, which is like unheard of. You know, if you were like back in the day, if you retired in like 2008 or 2007, 2008 time, that was probably a terrible time for you to take off your investments. I mean, it was. Joe says he's on TLRY. It's no man's land. Yeah, no, consolidation. Joe's consolidation is good. It's not nowhere. I mean, the stock has had an incredible run. I mean, in just a few months, it's gone from $20 up to $146. So you can't say that it's not doing anything. And now, if it consolidates around here, around 140 to 160, if it consolidates around here, then hopefully premiums die down a lot, and then you could put a position on. Linda, what's going on? Yeah, people are joining right now. If you're here right now, say what's up. It's the UVH family chat. Let me know if you guys made money this week. If you lost some money, I think I'm up about $400 this week. I'll post an image this week in the options trading group on what I'm up for the week. Crypto bonds been a great trade. TLT. Yeah, I don't really trade bonds, mainly because I just don't really like to. Yeah, I mean, this is the 20-year. I mean, we're down to 113 down here. I mean, where this is going, I have no idea where these are going. Thinking of buying Weyerhaeuser until Jan. Should I buy now or next month? Dorian. I don't know what their ticker is. Wire. WY. Wow. That, I don't know. This is, I would say this is very dangerous. You know, when stocks keep breaking through like yearly lows, it's dangerous. Kind of like, you know, if you look at Snap. Except now Snap's only $7, while this could probably drop for a while here. You know, for me, I definitely would, like, before putting a position on, I always look for like some sort of consolidation, unless you're trading some options. I don't know if these options trade or not. January. Okay, so yeah, they do have weekly options. Looks like they do trade. They have some decent volume on them. You know, 2,000 for the monthlies. I don't know what the weeklies. The weeklies not so good. But the monthlies, they do have some volume. Actually, they don't. Sorry, I was looking at open interest. Actually, not looking good in terms of options at all. Yeah, no volume on these. I mean, for me, I wouldn't trade it. Unless you get something like dirt cheap and you put a limited order in. The only thing is you got to be careful that you're able to sell it for a profit when you get out, because a lot of these, you know, look at these here. If you look at these calls here for October, you know, they got 30 cent. They got 30 cent ask, 0 bids here. So definitely very dangerous. Joe says it won't consolidate. TLRY breaches 130 next week for sure. All right, I'm going to keep that in mind. Joe's calling out 130 TLRY next week. I don't know if that is going to happen, but I also would have lost a bet with him this week on Tesla. So, Samuel, I made what I lost this week. Got saved today. So yeah, break even. Like, I'm glad some people. I lost some money. You know, I lost about $100 today. But I'm glad some people made some money, because I think a lot of people that traded yesterday that I talked to were really scared of trading today. So, you know, it's never good to trade scared. So if you're going to trade, if you lost big the last couple of days, it's best to take a break until next week. Marvin bought some call spreads on Square today. So I do hold Square stock. But yeah, the one thing that I get concerned about with Square is that it goes up like so much, and there was no consolidation. Maybe if it comes back down to 85, I would maybe put another position on there. But right now, I'm kind of waiting to see in. You know, it hit 100 here a couple times, went to 101.15, got the reject. Now the down day is here. I mean, it was only down 38 cents today, so it actually held up pretty good. I don't know what the daily looked like. Was it down a lot and then it rebounded? Yeah. So, I mean, it got back like $3 here. $3-4. And this is actually probably a pretty good chart to trade today if you're trading. If you're day trading. It's hard to day trade on Fridays, especially if you're trading like stuff that's expiring today, because you got theta working against you like super hard. So, yeah, if you guys are just joining, I did try to upgrade the stream settings, so let me know how it looks on your guys' end. Right now it says I'm streaming at 720. Let me know if you can see, you know, the numbers and stuff. I know it was, I didn't realize how blurry it was before, so I apologize. I'm trying to make the stream better here. Don't forget that Square sees sub to go along with my TLRY call to go sub 81. I don't know. So Joe, when you're making these calls, are you doing it like on a technical basis, or just because you think that it's going to go that low? That's all I want to know. You know, I could make a case for 85, 81. I don't know about like 81 exactly. I mean, if it was going to fall down, I would be looking around 71. Then, you know, if it breaks through 85, you know, I'll be looking at the 71, 72 area. You know, it's dangerous. Juan, how can I check what will be the higher price for a premium that is going on in your favor? Because sometimes I check the strikes price moving and the premium keeps the same price. How can I check what will be the higher price for a premium that is going in your favor? I'm not really sure I understand the question. Are you saying, let's go to something liquid here. Maybe Apple. So looking at the Apple, are you saying, let's see, what will be the favor? Are you saying how much will it move like per dollar if it goes in your favor? So I'm not sure if that's what you meant. So if it's going in your favor, like if it goes up $1, you're saying how much money will you make? Joe, technical analysis strictly using numbers. The market itself already gave us. Realistically, there's no support on Square to like 50. Greg, I've been green 3 consecutive days, trading small to recover. Trying to recover from last week. Yeah, just keep positive, keep green. Yeah, California is right. Yeah, you use Delta to see how much it's going to move per dollar it goes in your direction. So let's say let's say I bought these 230 calls here. For every dollar it goes up, I'll be making 29 cents. Now, as it gets closer to in the money, as you can see this, as it gets closer to in the money or you go deeper into the money, the delta increases. So like, back down here, these 210s, for every dollar goes up, you make 88 cents. For every dollar these $200 calls go up, you make 95 cents. So basically, eventually, like down here, like the 170s is $1. Basically, because it goes to $1 because each contract equals 100 shares, and a dollar move will equal $100. So that's how that works. So you look at the delta. How much money will you make if it goes up $1? This is per dollar. How much money you would make going in your favor. And then delta will expand as you get closer to in the money as well. Tried to sell my calls on Nike at the beginning of the end of the day, but when I would go to sell, it would take $8 off the option price. Is that because there wasn't enough volume? AC, what was your position? What were you trying to sell? So you were trying to, was it for today's expiration? And then what were you trying to buy? What were you trying to buy and sell? What strike? So when you guys ask for some direction or you guys are asking about a position, if you could put what expiration and what strikes you had, calls, puts, iron condor, that kind of thing. Logic says, yo, Greg, what stock you've been trading but need to lower my positions out of this week? Hey, Logic, if you're looking for smaller positions, look at Snap. I've been making some pretty consistent returns with only I haven't been risking a lot, $50, but it's been returning like 100% pretty consistently. I hit it twice this week. I bought the 850. I actually bought the 850 calls on Snap today. So if you're looking for low price options, and some good opportunity, Snap looks like it could. Looks like it's it. Because if you look at Snap here, we'll come back to Nike when AC responds here. But yeah, I bought some. I actually had the 850s, the 850 puts the other day. These are now 67 cents. I actually traded them for like 10 cents. They went to 22 cents and I sold them. So you could have said like, yeah, you could have made a lot more money, because it went to 67 cents. So I could have made like 600% instead of the 100% that I made. But at the end of the day, like profits are profits. You don't know which way it's going to go. And as easily as it went down, it could also have ripped back up. So that's why I said like one of the worst things that happens, like one of the worst things that I hate is having winners turn into losers. That's like one of the biggest things that I can't stand. And the reason why I lost, like when things reverse like that, if you're up and you lose, is because you weren't disciplined enough to take the profits. And like when you're letting things ride to 400, 500, 600%, I think that, obviously in my opinion, it's a bit reckless because as the longer you keep the trade on, the more risk you're exposed to, basically. So I'm not sure what happened to AC. They're coming back for the Nike. Oh, here she is, or he is. AC had the 83 call for 10/12 expiration. Tried to sell at 32 today in the morning. Let's see here, the 83 call. I mean, the 83 call, so if it was like right at open, only 100 were traded today, so pretty low volume on that. And look at the bid-ask spread. So, 45 cents is the ask, and the bid is 15 cents. So, like, if you're looking at this, like, if you want to like hit the mid price, it'd be around like 20 cents, 23 cents, somewhere in there. And if you can't get fill of that, obviously you have to go down to the bid. So, knock my ask price to 24 cents. Yeah. So on Robinhood especially, like, because they don't show you the bid and the ask until you put the order in, and they just show you what the price is between. They automatically put a price in for you. Like on stocks that are low volume, you have to put in a price that you want to get and stick with that. Especially like low volume options, you were probably gonna have to put that a couple pennies below to actually sell that this morning. AC, okay, you're a dude. Nice to know. So yeah, when you're doing like illiquid or low volume options, I mean, like this is dangerous. So like it's dangerous to trade because sometimes people trade a little bit big because let's say you put this position on and you got 20 cents for it, and let's say you bought 10 of them, right? But at 15 cents, like if there's only people that want to buy 5 of the options, you could be left holding the bag, and those will expire worthless. You can't actually offload them. So you got to be careful about trading low volume options. I do have a video on this if you're interested on it. Greg's been trading JD and Crown. JD, yeah. IV's a little bit high. I actually haven't been trading. I've been mostly trading Alibaba, but you know, this is JD. If you guys don't know, is another Chinese stock. But if you're looking for some cheaper options, this might be it. But for $23 stock, it's anticipating a $1 move. Yeah, kind of pricey. I might actually be looking into something on this like next week, just because we're hitting yearly lows here, and this is the kind of setups that I kind of look for here. You know, went from 26 to 23. Nice strangle play on JD. Low risk trade. Pretty much what I'd be looking for on that. For like JD for next week, maybe I'd buy like the 2450s. Maybe like the maybe I'd do like a 2450, 23 strangle, something like that. Looking at, I'd be trying to get it around like 50 cents. Would be my target for something, but not going too far out of the money. So. That's what I'd be looking for, you know, depending on the news. So, you know, my target would probably be like around 26, or, you know, if it could fall like 20. So some like a $3 range. Expected move is $1.28. So that's kind of where I would be looking at. So what AC says, what is considered liquid volume? So personally for me, I like to see like 500 plus, and like Amazon, like this morning I was having a problem putting a position on because there was less than 100, especially like right at open on like low volume stocks. You don't get a good deal, especially if you're trying to sell, because there's no liquidity on that. So like no options have been trading. A lot of times if you have like low volume options, you need some time to surpass to let the bid and the ask to get a little bit tighter, and that way some volumes get some options get traded, and that way you don't get totally like screwed. Logic's phone died, but he's back. Welcome, man. Welcome back. I definitely love your dedication. When do you turn pro? When you're earning 2 times living expenses to account for tax and losses? Kung Fu Panda. I don't know. You're saying when do you turn pro for trading? Like when can you do it full time? I think it's just whenever you feel comfortable. Like if you want to trade full time, you know, go for it. But obviously you got to account for. But it's just like a business. So like what I tell a lot of people is like they're looking to get in trading, like treat your account like a business. You know, some months business is great, you make a lot of money, and then some months you don't do very well. There's not that many opportunities, or you know, like in the business world, you're not getting that many sales leads, you're not getting that many sales. It's pretty much the same thing. You know, so you have to account for red months, you got to account for super green months, and let those green months, you know, hold you through. And obviously, you know, whatever your expenses are, you have to make more money than what your expenses are. But also you have to have enough money into your account as well that you can make money and also suffer some losses, because you know that you definitely know if you're a full-time trader, you definitely know, you know, losses are coming eventually. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, I guess whenever you feel comfortable. I mean, like when do you feel the need to jump ship from a job and do something else full-time, whether it's starting a business or it's trading? Pretty much the same thing. Joe, too late to sell. Nike 83 call. Nike's going to at least 85. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, Nike's been strong. But yeah, I might actually look for. I was actually one of the things that people were asking about was NIO yesterday, and I do like that it's flattening out here. I did look for a position. on NIO today. But what I don't like that they're only dollar width here for a penny stock or a single digit stock. I want to see like, you know, halves, so 650, 750, 850, because you could get definitely screwed between here. Right now it's trading at 626, you know, and these premiums are high, so you don't want to get screwed. So I don't really like they don't have that many strikes for you to trade. But like AC right here, I mean, there's 500 volume on that. I'd be looking at that versus like the 80. There's only 80 on this one. You know, 200 I'd probably shy away from as well. I'd be looking more like the 500 500 plus. I mean, sometimes they go to 400. But I did trade some Amazon today, but there's always people trading Amazon, so not too worried about it. So yeah, but it's been a great stream so far, guys. You know, we're coming up on 45 minutes here, so I don't want to make the streams too long. I don't want to tie you up all day. You know, definitely it's been a fun week. I was away from the computer a couple times this week, so I didn't make as many trades as I normally would. Maybe that saved me. Maybe that's why I had a decent week on the green side. So, you know, everybody, hope you guys stayed safe today or the last couple days. You know, leave a comment below if you have any questions. Does anyone have any last minute questions before we sign off here? Joseph, screw NIO. Join me long on Sears when I get the shorts paid. 45 cents to $1. I don't know. I don't know about that. But I don't think I'm gonna be trading NIO, or I'm not gonna be trading NIO or Sears anytime soon. From the way that it looks, the only thing good about NIO is that it's flattening out. Bad news is they don't have that many strikes to trade, and the premium's rich. So, you know, maybe we can go like do a put spread for November. We do that, get 70 cents credit for it. Maybe do something like that. AC joined the Facebook group. Yeah, welcome. Glad to have you. We actually just reached 400 members in the Facebook group. I couldn't believe it. Like, it's growing so fast in just such a short period of time. It's just like insane. Cameron, cheers to better next week. Yeah, good luck, man. And hopefully next week we have some. I think next week's gonna be a face ripping week. This was hard, but these are the kind of weeks that you need that make yourself a better trader. More discipline, and helps you be a you know, volatility makes you a better trader. So, all right, guys, you have a good one. Definitely appreciate everyone that joined the stream today. If you're watching this later, you know, leave me a thumbs up below if this video was useful to you. If you're of value, if you like this video, helps me out a lot. Really appreciate you all. Like always, it's always us versus herd.